Yeah, what's good, everybody? How are you? Good afternoon. I think it's Thursday It is Thursday, so happy Thursday to you all. I hope everybody's doing well. It is me, Z, broadcasting live from this is pretty much my bedroom, the bedroom that I grew up in. This is the bedroom that all the first things happened, if you know what I mean. We're live on Disruption Network social media platforms, and you can find it later at your leisure, at your discretion, at disruptionnetwork.net. Joining me today, my man, Illusionist, Leon, Etienne, and what a great backdrop you got. I feel like you're lurking in the shadows, Leon.
I am, man. I'm just here. I got the black on black on black going on. I'm just trying to feel like normal, you know, when I'm in the theater touring, you're just surrounded by the black curtains, my costumes. I'm just keeping it real, you know, in isolation.
So if I snap my fingers right now, can you disappear?
Yeah, go ahead.
See, it worked. Look at that.
Ta-da!
Latency.
We're just missing the pyro, just like in real life.
Right, man. It's good to see you, man. I'm glad
too.
you took the time to come hang with me today. So how are you adjusting to all this universal lockdown that we're on right now?
Yeah, man. Well, I was right in the middle of a tour when all this happened. And, you know, we luckily got home safe and sound with no major issues. And then all my shows, my tour from like the end of March, April, May, and now into June is completely either rescheduled or canceled for indefinitely. And then no one in the entertainment business is booking anything at this point because nobody knows what's going on. So I'm kind of in limbo. In all honesty, I've been on the road for like the last 7 years. So The first couple of weeks of this, I saw online, I was like, everyone's going, oh my God, I'm so productive and da-da-da. And I'm like, I'm just kind of like pausing, you know, because I really haven't had a break in about 7 years. But now as time's wearing on, I'm slowly starting to get into some projects and working on some cool stuff. Yesterday, I did a virtual show for a local company in Utica, Etienne.
Etienne, yes. Great organization.
Oh, man, they were so incredible to work with. So what we did was we set up a Zoom and a Facebook Live at the same time. And the Zoom was for their employees and their families. And then the Facebook Live was just open to the community, right? And, man, I got to be honest, I was wicked nervous going into it because I love the live atmosphere. And I wasn't sure how it'd play virtually. And, man, the love we got, the views we got, the interaction was, like, really, really cool. So I've been doing shows like that, and then last week I did a couple of corporate shows where they kind of like brought me in on Zoom and did a private show for their family and friends, and been keeping busy, giving some virtual magic lessons to people, and every couple of days we'll get an order or two for our magic kit online, and then I'll my adventure for the day is to see the mailman and give it to him.
Isn't it strange that you can perform in front of thousands of people and millions of people on NBC and America's Got Talent, but you put a little phone up in front of you and you get super nervous?
So strange, man. So strange. I couldn't believe, I was sweating under my armpits yesterday as we were going live, like as the host was introducing me. And I was like, what's wrong with you, dude? Yeah.
Man, so are you getting creative right now?
Yeah, I'm working
coming up with some new tricks and stuff.
Yeah, working on some cool projects, working on a couple of new illusions that I was always meaning to get to, but in all honesty, never really had the time to get to. So in that respect, this has been good for that and will continue to be because stuff is getting done. But also, I really, really miss, doing the show and being live. And I was telling you earlier, I laughed so hard at one of your posts. It was a week or two ago about how you put up like the sign to catering this way, stage this way, bathroom this way, dressing room this way. Because, man, that's our every day, but not now.
Not now, for sure. It was hard to shut it off. Like, and you are just as active as I am. Always go, 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 go. You got something to do here. You got to be here, press here. You're constantly doing things and on the move. It must have been super hard for you to just shut it down instantly like that. I know it was for me.
Oh yeah, completely. I mean, it was literally overnight. I know when we got the call, actually, we were on a cruise ship, and we had like 4 days left in the cruise. So we knew that it was going to terminate, and on that last fourth day, and we were supposed to be there for another 2 weeks. So we got the call, and I still had to do shows, because we were still contracted to do the shows, and the audiences were great. The people came out. There was no sickness on the ship we were on or anything like that, thank God. Everyone just kind of acted normal. Well, it wasn't really weird until we got to the airport.
Right.
Once we got back in Florida, and then we got to the airport, and just people in masks everywhere. And it was actually right at the time when they had just told the spring breakers, like, hey, you got to go home. So there was like all these pissed off college kids and stuff in the airport. And, they'll realize later why it was necessary, but they were mad. It was just this weird environment going through the airport. And of course on the plane, everyone, was covering their faces and stuff like that. But everyone, got home from my crew, and my team was home safe and sound. And now here we are,
When you put it back on the road, are you going to rethink like some of your touring and your routing? Are you going to hop on another cruise ship, or are you going to be a little hesitant in hopping on that cruise ship nowadays because of like coronavirus and what's happening?
Yeah, you know what? I know that's a great question, and I'm sure my answer will evolve as time goes on. But as of right now, there's two thoughts that come to mind when you ask that question. And one is, I have been lucky enough to perform on cruise ships on and off for like the last 8 or 9 years. And they have gotten some bad press, especially with that first case that was on Princess and shut down the whole ship, and they had to stay over, was it San Francisco or something like that, Oakland. But cruise ships are one of the cleanest places that I've ever worked on. I mean, because their standards are so high because of the fact that people are so close together. They've, over the years prior to all this, implemented measures that control stuff like this because of their sanitation policies. So I've witnessed them being very, very efficient at controlling outbreaks. And then also, as far as going back right away, I don't have a choice because they basically shut down the whole industry. Right. At this point, as far as I know, at least until July 1st. It might go longer, and for things to get back to normal, you're talking a long
years. Yeah, a year or two for sure. How are they making adjustments in the Magic world, like promoters and stuff like that, for when it does come back? Because now what I'm hearing is every other seat, or they're talking half capacity, or no capacity over 300. What are you hearing in the industry as far as the Magic world goes?
Yeah, you know what? I've talked more to theater producers, and they don't know yet, but it is the question that everyone's asking is, well, what is it going to look like? Do you have to have people sit 6 feet apart? So you have like 2 or 3 seats between people, 4 seats, whatever it is. So if you had a 3,000 seat theater, now it's down to 1,000 or whatever. I don't know that answer. And everyone's talking, everyone's saying what they think, but I don't think any of us are really going to know until we get to that point. And it's going to have a lot to do with the public, right? Like, Are people going to just go back to doing what we did, or are we going to be a little more cautious? And I think we all think we know what's going to happen, but we won't know until we get there.
Yeah. In the music world, a lot of the guys are going live streaming, playing their guitar and stuff like that. Are the Illusionists and people in the Magic industry doing the same? Are you doing a live stream?
Yeah, everybody's doing live streams. There's so many Magic talk shows on every night, and different interviews with acts. And it's really quite cool to see all this stuff coming out. And what I got to remember is every time I scroll just a little bit, I see one of them, right? But then I talk to my friends who are not in the Magic industry, and they're like, hey man, why aren't you putting out more content? Like, we see some singers, we see some of this, some of that, but we don't see any Magic. And I'm like, what are you talking about? There's like that. But then I have to remember I'm friends with only magicians, So yeah, it's flooded though. Everyone's doing it because what else do we got to do,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's good to get out there and keep active because, I mean, it's in your soul. I mean, it's part of your fabric of your life, brother, so you need to, like, put it out there. I could see you doing, like, porch shows. Are you going to, like, come to Utica and put on a performance in your house in West Utica?
Heck yeah, that'd be awesome. We'll line everyone up in driveway, it'd be great.
There you go.
I actually had an idea early on. I was talking to Chelsea. I was like, this is really going to change things. Yeah. How cool would it be is if you had some kind of a trailer that opens up into a stage, and I've seen these before. And then you could just go to like cul-de-sacs and do shows, and everyone just sits on their porch and watches and applaud, just joking around. But it might come to that for some people, or at least be a unique way to ease back into stuff like that.
Yeah, vaudeville. That's how they used to do it. A little traveling circus, and then they put a performance on in the theater at night. That's a great way to get a little flatbed truck for yourself, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What are those A1 stages? You ever see them? They're like a transformer.
Yep.
Like the Jägermeister stage. You press a button and the whole stage. It's a freaking transformer.
So cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Super cool.
Great staging. But missing the industry and all that, man, it's gotta get you itching and just getting out there and stuff like that. But hopefully it's got the creative juices going, brother.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. And I like I said, yesterday and last week, I've been doing these virtual shows, and I was so surprised at how some of these things worked. As a matter of people will be able to see us, right?
Well, we're live on multiple platforms.
Cool. So let's try something then, right?
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
We'll just do a magic trick, and I'll just shuffle them up. Let me get the screen just fixed up here for you. Right. Just give them a quick shuffle, and then Z, whenever you want, just say stop for me, man.
Okay. Stop.
All right. I'm going to turn my head so I don't see what this card is, all right? And obviously don't say it because I can hear you. But we're going to take that card, and we're going to put it right back into the middle of the deck, okay? So hopefully all that was in camera and you could see everything.
Yep.
So whatever that card is, just think of it right now. And we're going to give the deck another mix. And I got one shot at this, okay? One shot to find your card. So please just think of it. And I got to be sure about this because, like I said, I only do have one shot at this.
It's the most fitting card.
Is it really? For you? You know what? I'm going to go with my gut here, and I'm just going to take this one card, and I'm going to set everything else down over here. So I cannot cheat. Both hands are in view. I got one shot at this, Z. For the first time, what was the card you selected?
It was the Joker.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Well, then I got two shots at this. Excuse me for a second.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Now, guys, this is a brand new deck of cards that I just opened before this interview. And you guys know whenever you open a deck of cards, right, there's always two jokers in there. Mm-hmm. And it looks like I'm holding on to just one card.
Right.
But check this out, guys. There's actually two here. And just in case, I got both the jokers.
Yeah. So the one on the left was mine.
Perfect.
Yeah, and it's a fitting card too. I mean,
absolutely.
Who better to get a Joker?
I think it works perfectly for you, man.
Give me another one. Let's see it. Come on.
Yeah.
Now you got me fired. Now I want to start gambling.
So yeah. Let's stop taking bets. So just say stop for me again.
Stop.
All right, right there. I'm going to just transfer this. I'm going to show you two cards, okay? Do your best to remember both of them, and I'm going to turn my head. So this is going to be card number 1, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do a second card number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I gotcha.
And then I'm just going to put them right back on top of the deck here. Again, my head was turned the whole time. And we're just going to give these cards a mix. We'll shuffle them up and lose your cards back into the packet. And here's where this gets very interesting. Sometimes people think I have a way of cheating. Just the shuffling looks pretty cool on the video, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I always like the sound of shuffling too. I think it's always a cool little sound.
It's a magician. There's no more beautiful sound. Just to show everyone I'm not cheating, the top card is the King of Diamonds. That wasn't one of the cards, right?
Right.
The bottom card, 9 of Spades, not yours either?
No.
Okay, watch this, man. Think of card number 2, so the second one you saw. I hope this works out. I'm going to back up a little bit here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One card comes flying up out of the deck, does some somersaults, and I catch it. Was the second card red, Z?
It was.
Was it a diamond?
You are correct.
Was it the 3 of diamonds?
As a matter of fact, it was.
Z, the 3 of diamonds.
Boom.
Exactly.
I love it.
Not bad, not bad. So that's card number 1. I'm going to, let me see here. I'll put it right here so you guys, let's see. Like that. All right.
That was a great dismount, by the way, too. With the flip. I loved it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So 3 of diamonds was card number 1. Now we're going to think of card number 2. Okay.
Okay.
Just think of it. If I'm right, say yes. If I'm wrong, say no. Z, card number 2, which is still somewhere lost inside this packet. was a red card.
Yes.
More specifically, though, it wasn't a diamond, so that makes it a heart. Don't say anything now. Just listen to me, okay?
I'm going to listen.
Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. It's one of those, brother. It gets better, though. It gets better. Listen. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8. Z, was the first card that you looked at, was it exactly the 8 of hearts?
Yes.
That's incredible, man. And check this out. With a snap of the fingers, I could get the, oh, wait a second. That's the 3 of diamonds again. Z must mean that right here, this entire time, is the first card.
Wow.
Yes.
That is awesome. That was great, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So, yeah, just fun stuff.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, what kind of, like, you digging into more illusions? Or are you doing more card tricks or stuff when you're just kind of sitting around thinking different things? Or is it like a combination of both?
It's a combination of both. I'm working on a couple new projects. I have an illusion being developed right now that is taking, God, it's been probably 6 or 7 years to kind of get to it. When I first got it, it's one that I'm refabricating. So it was a one-of-a-kind illusion that was already performed on this guy's tour, and it was the only one in the world. And when he wanted to retire it, I grabbed it, and I saw a lot of potential with it. But it's just taken years for me to get it right for myself. And now that we have the time, we're spending some creative energy on it and kind of getting it to where it needs to be. So within a year or two, I'll definitely have some new material that'll be that would have never happened if this didn't happen. Right on.
Good. It's the way of the universe to tell you to slow down and put life into perspective and build too and create. So Leon, true. I know you're big into music. Do you play an instrument?
I don't, man. No? I would love to. I can barely operate, 2 things at once. So me trying to learn, it's crazy. Yeah. I would love to. But that's why I go see shows all the time, because I love it.
Yeah. Big supporter of the music, man. Any bands out there that you're super high on right now?
Yeah, nothing more. I'm still just jamming on a lot right now. Really playing that a ton. And I've just been, there's a band called Magic Giant, which is doing these incredible, it's not really hard rock or anything like that, but, my normal genre that I love. But I've really been digging on them. They've been doing a great fundraiser every Sunday, I think it is, on Instagram, where they have all these incredible musicians come in, and they've raised, like over $100,000 to donate for personal protective equipment and stuff like that. So yeah, really enjoying them.
How about some illusionists and magicians out there that you can give some love to out there? Who should we be checking out?
Yeah, so on Instagram, there's this incredible new account called The Nothing Experiment. So it's literally, that's it, The Nothing Experiment. And it's run by a gentleman named Kalen Morelli. And the stuff he's putting out is really, really incredible. So please check that out. He's worked with David Copperfield before. He's a young dude, too. He's created some great, iconic magic tricks that magicians all over the world have bought and performed very successfully for people. And I'm really digging on that. It's kind of a cross between, is it magic or is it an optical illusion? And he openly says they're all optical illusions, but your eyes just tell you that it's like, man, that looks like magic. So he's putting out some really, really great stuff right now.
Awesome. Cool. Definitely have to check that out too. And of course, check out my man, Leon, magicrocks.com.
Yep. Magicrocks.com. You can also follow me at Magic Rocks Show on all social media platforms. And as I mentioned briefly, guys, if you guys are sitting there, you got the kids at home, or you yourself, you're interested, I got a couple cool things going on. So I can teach you virtual magic lessons like this on Zoom. You can go right to magicrocksshop.com and you can see the pricing. I reduced everything as far as pricing goes for this. I know people don't have as much cash flow as before. So my prices are super, super low compared to what they used to be for these products. So we can do a private magic lesson where I teach you or the kids some cool magic tricks.
That's
I'm
awesome.
I'm also now booking private magic shows too. So if anyone wants to entertain the family for a night or whatever, or if you own a business and you want your employees and their families to enjoy a night, we can set up a Zoom like this and I can perform for them. And then I am still shipping my magic kits as well. So that's super cool. And I finally got, this is one of the things that came out of this time. I finally got, for years I had an instructional DVD where you would pop the DVD in and you would learn some really cool card tricks or tricks with money, just things you have laying around the house, really simple stuff to do. But once you perform it for people, like blows their minds. And I got that digitized finally. So it's now online and you just, again, can purchase that in the store and right to your inbox comes some cool magic for you to learn.
Very cool. Now all these lessons and stuff is something you developed throughout this pandemic?
Yes.
Or were you doing it prior to this?
I do one-on-one lessons prior in real life. So like when I go to a certain city or whatever, and we're there a few days before, sometimes the promoter will give it away as as an extra to the show. But I also, when I'm on cruise ships a lot, also end up doing private lessons for guests that want to learn some magic. So, but now we've made it all virtual. So through Zoom, you can learn magic one-on-one with me, or I can do a show for you, or you can order a magic kit, whatever. But just check out, it's magicrocksshop.com.
Gotcha.
MAGICROCKSSHOP.com.
What a neat little idea, just to have a little house party and have you pop up on the screen and entertain the family for an hour or two. Yeah. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, it's been good. I did a couple last week, and then we did that ICANN one yesterday, and yeah, they've been going so well. And so surprised at how well it's going. So
yeah, good. So the response has been pretty good.
The response has been good. It turns out that it's never been more true that the world needs a little magic right now.
Absolutely. Magic and laughter and music, brother. That's all we need in life, right?
That's right.
Right.
Some water.
And yeah, you need water.
Beer.
Utica Club.
Yep, UC.
EU Club, but for sure. Well, thanks, man. I know you got to bounce on out of here today. You're pretty busy. And thank you for hanging out with me today. It was great to see you. Great to catch up with you. Again, one more time, plug all your websites and your social media.
Yeah, so follow me on social media. I'm at Magic Rocks Show across all the major platforms. My website is magicrocks.com. And for some cool magic products that you can perform at home or book me for a virtual show, visit magicrocksshop.com. Z, always a pleasure, brother.
I speak beyond half of everybody here in Utica. We're proud of you, brother, and keep representing the 315 and representing Utica and doing all that you do. And we love you, man. So thank you for all that you do, and keep rocking.
I love you, man.
You're a rock star, brother.
Yeah, thank you for all the support. Utica, Central New York, you guys rock. Take it easy. Stay safe, everyone. Stay healthy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Leon. Shout out to Todd in the studio for doing the production work. And tonight, coming up on the D, No Time for Nonsense, featuring former baseball all-star Billy Sample. So that should be pretty interesting with Bill Vinci. And then tomorrow, Unstoppable You is going to be out. She's got an amazing guest, a nurse from New York City, talking about all the stuff going on in the hospitals down in New York. So you want to tune in for that tomorrow for Unstoppable You. Thank you so much for tuning in. Follow us on disruptionnetwork.net. Google us, and you'll social medias. You know how to do us. You know what we're doing. We'll see you. Have a good day. Later.